Hi guys, I'm Carmela. You probably came from my Twitter, but if you didn't, I'll link that and all my other social medias down below. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience at Club Sabrina, New York. If you don't know what that is, basically Sabrina Carpenter has been doing secret sessions around the United States where she sings a bit of unreleased music, does a Q&A, and there's a meet and greet. To go to the secret sessions, you either had to win through the fan club or through a radio contest. So basically, I was in Florida. I went to Disney with my family on vacation, and so I was waking up early. I usually don't wake up early at all, but my mom had been getting us up at like 7:30 every morning, so we didn't like sleep through the whole vacation. So it was Friday, July 20th, and I woke up at 7:30. I checked my email. I had been checking my email every day to see if I had won anything because I was entered in some radio contest for Club Sabrina. And I also checked Twitter, and my friend Amanda and my friend Maggie both got an email from Club Sabrina. Basically it said reply with your full name and your phone number, and we'll be calling the first 12 people and we can confirm that you will be in New York on July 25th and that you can come to the event. They had sent the emails out randomly. I'm pretty sure they only sent it to people who live in New York or New Jersey because they have a better chance of being able to go. So Amanda forwarded me the email and I replied. I gave them my name and I gave them my phone number. So I had been on my phone the entire day waiting for that call. I was so anxious. I was so scared. I was like, I'm not gonna get it. Like, there's no way I was one of the first 12 people, because they had sent the emails out at like 7:45. I sent my reply at 8:07, and I was like, probably more than 12 people already responded. So later that day I was at lunch. It was about 1 o'clock, and I had created this group chat on Twitter, and I said, if anyone's trying to get into Club Sabrina, New York, like this, and I'll make a Twitter group chat so we can all like update each other. So at like 1:15, somebody in the group chat said that they got the call, that they were in, that they were going. And then Maggie, who wasn't in the group chat, she tweeted and she said she also got the call. I was getting really nervous, and at like 1:28 my phone rang. So I answered it, and I was in the restaurant. It was super loud. I couldn't hear what they were saying. So I went outside and I gave them my information and confirmed that I can be there, and I was so excited. I literally couldn't believe I got the call. And then a few other people in the group chat also got the call, so we were all super happy for each other that we could all like go and meet up. A few other people that were also in the group chat won through Z100 because they were doing call-in contests the whole weekend. While I was still at Disney, I got Sabrina an Alice in Wonderland teacup and some Alice in Wonderland tea to go with it. So that's basically the story of how I won. Now let's skip to the actual day of the show. I got up at like 8:30. We were leaving at 9:30. I got all her presents ready. I had my ID because you needed it to get in. And my mom and I left at like 9:30. We got there around 1 to the city, and we went to the venue that it was at. And there were maybe like 10 people that were already there. But my mom and I decided to go get something to eat first. So we got some pizza and salad. We went to this little marketplace and it sold chocolates and flowers. So I got her a rose, 2 black flowers, and some chocolates. So then I went back in the line, and it was almost 3:30 at this time. I met so many people in line, so many friends. It was so exciting. I love them all. While we were still waiting in line, somebody from Z100 came over and interviewed us about how we got in and what we were excited about. So it was like 4:30 now, and it was time to be checked in. So there were 3 guys standing outside the door, and they checked our IDs. They made sure our names were on the list. And then when we went inside, we had to check our phones and our cameras and anything. We couldn't bring any recording devices in, any cameras. And then someone else double checked to make sure that our names were on the list. And then we went into the actual venue. There were a few people right when you walk in that had like trays of food that were offering them to us. When we got in, there was karaoke and a photo booth. The photo booth had a statue that you could take pictures with your friends, and they would email you the pictures. I'll put some on the screen now. So Sabrina came out at like 5:30, and there was a balcony. So she came out on there and she sang Almost Love. And then she came downstairs to do an interview with Z100, and we were all like crowding around her, but nobody could see her unless you were in the front row. So she was like, by a show of hands, who can't see me? And literally everybody raised their hands. She was like, oh. So we all ended up sitting, so it was like story time. So then she did the interview with them, and one of her friends called her in the middle of it, and it was so funny. She was like, I'm at an event right now, sorry, I'm gonna have to call you back later. And then she hung up, and she was like, she's gonna hate me later. After she did the Q&A, she sang 4 new songs that aren't released yet, and I'm not going to say anything about them, but they were really good. After she played us a song, she went and got ready for the meet and greet. So when I went up, the security took my bag because I had the bag with the teacup, the chocolate, and the tea in it, and I had the flowers on the side, and he said like he was taking the presents, so I gave him the bag, but I was like, I want the flowers to be in the picture, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. So she was like, it's so great to see you, and she hugged me, and it was so cute, and I was like, can I propose to you with the flowers for the picture? She was like, yeah, of course. So I had given her the 2 black flowers, and I was still holding the rose, and I showed her the bag that they took, and I was like, oh, I got you that from Disney. Well, I got down on one of my knees, and then we took the picture, the professional picture, and you also got a Polaroid. So she was like, okay, let's get a little bit closer for the next picture. So she hugged me and we took the Polaroid, and then before I left I was like, wait, I need to know what's your favorite Harry Potter book. And she said probably the Sorcerer's Stone, and I was like, Deathly Hallows is the best. And she was like, oh, sorry. So we hugged again, and then I left, and my mom went next. It's like, hi, I'm Carmela's mom. We drove 4 hours. She told her that the shirt she was wearing, which was one of Sabrina's shirts, I got her for her birthday. And she said that I was really excited for her tour and that I want her to like every show. And Sabrina was like, oh, I love you guys so much. So then they took their pictures, and then I left. So the whole thing was about 2 hours. We got into the venue a little before 5, and my meet and greet was over by 6:35, and then she was still meeting people until like 7-ish. Okay, she also gave these gift bags that were handed out at the end. So there were 3 things inside the gift bags, and the first was this little card that says love you, and this is a 20% off coupon for Converse. There's also this almost love sticker, and there is this poster, which is actually a really nice texture. It says the date, avenue, and New York, New York. So when we went outside after the whole thing was over, there were still people from Z100 there, and they gave out these water bottles, and my mom and I both got one. They were also giving out sunglasses and stickers earlier. I got a sticker and my mom got sunglasses, and they took a whole bunch of pictures of us. Okay, so I asked you on my Twitter to ask me some questions about it, so I'm going to answer some of those right now. Okay, how was the Q&A? What did Sabrina talk about that you can share, of course? Okay, it was actually a pretty long interview. Shelly from Z100 was doing it, and she had asked people that were there to write down questions that she could ask Sabrina. Somebody asked what kept her grounded while she was transitioning from a child star to an adult, and she said her family definitely kept her grounded. Another person asked what book to movie adaptation she would like to star in now that The Hate U Give is almost out. She said she'd want to be in Looking for Alaska by John Green, and that she loves all John Green's books. Another person asked her who her favorite artist is, and she said Rihanna, but we knew that already. Someone else asked if she had the Tiki song stuck in her head still, which she had stuck in her head that morning, and she said no, not until that person asked again. She said she had the middle stuck in her head, so she started singing that. Someone else asked if she fixed her phone after she dropped it yet, and she said no, she doesn't have time. What are some expectations you have on the album, Club Sabrina, and tour? Okay, I originally thought she would be singing her new songs live, but she actually played us the studio version, which was really cool because you got to see everything finalized and put together. And I feel like the album is going to be a lot more mature than Evolution, and obviously Eyed Wise Open, but it's going to be really great, you guys. So excited to hear the rest of it, and I'm so excited to see her perform it on tour. What kind of events took place? Before she came out, there was karaoke in the photo booth, which I loved the photo booth. I didn't actually sing at karaoke, but a few of my friends did, and that was fun to watch. What was your favorite thing about Club Sabrina besides meeting Sabrina? Definitely meeting my internet friends. I met so many of them, and it was so nice. Literally, they made it so much better, and I'm super glad that they all came and that we met. I can't wait to reunite with them all on the singular tour. What kind of food did they have? There were spring rolls, burgers, like cheese and olive kebab things, and I think there was sushi. I couldn't really tell because people were just walking around with the plates of food, and I'm vegetarian, I don't eat sushi anyway, but I think it was sushi. There were brownies and stuff like that too, and I had a brownie, which was really good. Somebody asked what was the difference between the Club Sabrina experience and your past concert experiences. And Club Sabrina was definitely super intimate. I've been to events in the past from 92 Pro FM and Kiss 108 that had fewer people. The 92 Pro FM one, I feel like there was 20 people there, I want to say. But this was still pretty intimate. I've definitely met more friends here than I have at any other show, and that was really cool and really fun for me. Okay, I'm gonna insert a whole bunch of pictures from that night here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out all my social medias down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!